Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is the Awakened Jenn. So today we're going to be using the Lightworkers Oracle, and we are going to be using the Gilded Tarot. I have not used that one before with my readings on my videos, but I started using it this week, and I'm liking the images that are coming out, so I decided to use it again. All right, as I am shuffling, I'm going to go ahead and set some intentions for this reading. Okay. So the first intention is that if you have come across this video, there is a message in here for you. My second intention is that if there's a message in here that you need to hear, that you will find it at the exact right time that you need it. I set the intention that all the messages that come out are for our highest good. And I set the intention that I will be given very clear messages, be given the right words, metaphors, and anything needed in order to communicate the message as clearly as possible. Okay. And if you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. You can click the bell, and that will give you notifications every time I post a new video, in which I try to post videos at least 4 times a week. Sometimes I can do a little bit more than that, but at least 4 times a week I am trying to post videos. So if you hit the bell notification, it will let you know as soon as a new video goes up. I do the zodiac readings, but I also do spiritual path, ancestor messages, twin flame messages. So if you just check back and see what else I have going on. And if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear what you would like to see in the comments. All right. Leo. So if you're a Leo, comment below what your birthday is and see if you can find your birthday twin in the comments. Okay, so deep breath. All right, so what does Leo need to know right now for their spiritual path? Leo, spiritual path. Leo, spiritual path. All right. We've got 1111 messages in the numbers. Okay. So you might be getting some synchronicities coming in. Okay. Deep breath. Great. So for this reading, we're going to pull 3 cards. The first card is going to be past, then present, then future, and it gives us a good timeline to see where you've been and where you're headed, so that if we need to make course corrections, we can do that now. All right, so Leo past. Leo past, we've got the Knight of Swords. So that is rushing to get somewhere. Okay, it's action, it's movement. Present, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So that's a very comfortable place. It's a self-made woman. All right. And future. We've got the 8 of Swords, which means you need to remove the blindfold and start seeing things for what they really are. All right, so let's start putting this together. 1111 messages in the numbers. The universe is speaking to you through numbers. From 1111 on your phone to the repeating number patterns that catch your eye, information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into your cellular awareness. Cellular as in like your cells of your body. You may feel energetic healing as you receive these transmissions of number frequencies. Numbers are energetic medicine. They are a particular frequency in a universal language of love that helps us heal and guide, that helps to heal and guide you. There are no negative numbers. Healing vibrations of numbers are working for your soul now. Which numbers do you notice most often at this time? The frequency of 1 is about beginnings, taking the initiative, believing in yourself, and accepting a leadership role in which you step ahead of the curve, beyond the consciousness of those around you, to guide the human race forward into love. The frequency of 2 brings healing around partnership and allows you to be helped by others, particularly in relationships, whether business or personal. The 2 indicates more can be gained by working with another. The frequency of 3 indicates a time to learn, write, teach, or develop new ideas, collaborate with others, and create win-win solutions. It is also the number stamp of the Ascended Masters, particularly multiple 3s, affirming their connection with you. The frequency of 4 brings angelic healing, divine order, and an influx of energy into the physical plane. It's a get things done energy, which can help you materialize your desires. More than 1 4 in a row means the angels are speaking to you. Call upon their loving assistance to help you manifest your divine destiny. The frequency of 5 announces change and acceleration. An issue is resolving. Transformation is happening through divine alchemy. If you see a 5, let go. Allow what is happening to happen. Trust in the goodness behind all unfolding in your life. The frequency of 6 is love, money, beauty, and abundance. Many people are afraid of the vibration 6, especially multiple 6s, which some teach are a sign of evil. There are no negative numbers, however. The 6 is a sign of material abundance and healing of prosperity, love, and romance. The frequency of 7 indicates healing ability, channeling of spiritual wisdom, and the sage or teacher. It is a sign to accept what makes you unique and to balance your social life with restorative solitude. If you have asked about your life mission, the 7 indicates it is, at least in part, self-healing and very likely the healing of others too. The frequency of 8 asks you to step up into leadership that is not apart from others, but amongst them. Others may look to you as a role model or authority figure. Accept this with humility and remember to encourage others to find their own power. The frequency of 9 is a highly spiritual energy indicating blessings, compassion, and the ending of a cycle. It comes when resolution or unfinished business is taking place so a new cycle can begin in due course. It also indicates the Christ consciousness that can be a message from any master that resonates with this energy, reminding you to trust your heart and ask for love to bless and assist you. The frequency of 0 is a divine wild card. It amplifies the energy of other numbers and places a divine stamp behind it. Any significant number accompanied by a 0 is a message direct from the universe. It is the divine saying, I am sharing something true and special with you. Take note, for I am with you. Use the invocation below when you feel the numbers are talking to you and you want to absorb their loving message. I give thanks for the messages, energetic healing, support, and encouragement given to me now and always through unconditional love. I give permission to unconditional love to heal my body, mind, and soul through the healing frequencies of the numbers. May all beings feel the love and guiding intelligence of this supportive, nurturing universe. Through loving grace and my own free will, so be it. So just paying attention to the numbers, and the numbers will show up in all kinds of places. So anytime you're checking your clock, on your phone, checking the clock on the wall, microwaves, stoves, all of those have times in it. You'll see time signs like when you're driving on billboards and things, just the signs outside, the digital signs outside. So when you start seeing these numbers, like at gas stations, receipts, I'm just trying to think of all the places. A lot has to do with the car driving. So you've got road signs and all of that will, they give you these number messages. And the number that I tend to see the most is 11. And 1111 is actually the call for spiritual awakening. And that was my call for spiritual awakening. I started seeing 1111 everywhere until I got to the point that I had to ask the question, like, what does this mean? What does this mean? And then once I asked that question, it just kind of led into all of this other stuff. But I mean, it was the beginning call of the spiritual awakening that opened me up to so much more than I knew was possible. So pay attention to the numbers. What numbers are you seeing? You can look those numbers up. Because I mean, sometimes it's not even just as clear as like a 7 or 8, when you see multiples, that's really when you should start paying attention, especially like 3s. When you see things in 3s, that really amplifies the energy, and it catches my attention for sure. So when you see 333, that's going to catch your attention, especially when you're seeing it nearly everywhere you look. So just, you can look those numbers up through any browser just by putting in angel number and then whatever the number is, and you'll find just all kinds of information pulled up. So pay attention to the numbers that are coming in. So here we've got, for the rest of the spread, we've got the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So let's see, the Knight of Swords. Okay. The Knight of Swords. Here is the quintessential questing knight. He holds his energetic steed in check as he dramatically lifts his sword. He is ready for action. His horse's trappings have the alchemical sign for air, the element corresponding to the suit of swords. Since swords are ruled by intellect, it makes sense that his quest is overseen by an eagle, a bird often associated with the clarity of wisdom. He has turned his back on everything except his quarry. He is focused and committed. Nothing better get in his way. So he's very determined. He is staying the course. He's really not staying the course. That's the Pentacles. But he's very committed and he's ready to go. I mean, he's moving. You are in the midst of something. You know exactly what you want to do and precisely how you are going to do it. You are very single-minded right now. Your goal is in sight. Be aware of being so focused that you miss new developments in the situation. Pay attention to what is going on around you. The danger of ignoring or being insensitive to the danger is of ignoring or being insensitive to those around you. So you don't want to come off like, I'm trying to think. He can just be very impulsive and reckless, and that's what you don't want to come off as, just like that you haven't thought things through. If you want to be successful, you've got to make sure that you've done the right groundwork before you even start. So then we've got the Queen of Pentacles is the current energy, which is a good place to be. So Queen of Pentacles. A stately woman holds a pentacle with quiet pride. Her face is self-satisfied, almost, but not quite smug. Like the Queen of Swords, she has a strong, self-contained confidence. You have worked hard and well. You have created a life filled with physical pleasures and beauty through your skills and careful budgeting of resources. You take great pride in your practicality. People around you enjoy the fruits of your labor, And although this gives you pleasure, you get just as much satisfaction from the results of your endeavors. Be aware of becoming fixated on end results and losing all joy in the process of creating. There is a danger of worrying about money too much. While it's wise to be careful, don't become obsessed with frugality. And don't sacrifice your spiritual, creative, and emotional life on the altar of practicality. So, this is a person who has really put in the work to build a very comfortable life, and you should be very proud of yourself for everything that you have accomplished so far. And the warning of that is that you don't become too attached to the things that you've been receiving, the wealth that you've been building, the stability, all of that. You don't get too attached to it to where that is your complete focus, and you lose sight of everything else around you. And so we're moving to the Eight of Swords. And so I'm going to have to ask the question of how do we get to the Eight of Swords from where we're at? So let's see. Eight of Swords. A woman blindfolded and chained is surrounded by swords. Her situation is at the same time simple and complex. The blindfold shows her confusion, her inability to see clearly. The chains represent her inability to move. Although they seem to be merely wrapped loosely around her wrist, she is on her knees, perhaps because of feeling weak and overwhelmed. It would seem a simple task to let the chain drop, remove the blindfold, and escape through the spaces between the swords. It is, however, her own thoughts that keep her bound. The swords are in her mind, surrounding her and keeping her blind and immobile. Unlike the Strength card, which has tamed the sometimes frightening animal aspects of ourselves and can consequently walk with courage, this woman is controlled by fear. You feel helpless, you cannot see, you cannot move, you sense danger all around. The situation is entirely of your own making. The good news is that if you made it, you can unmake it. You have the ability to see things clearly. You just need the courage to do so. Be aware of giving in to a sense of helplessness. Do not give up your power. Take control of your life and do not let fear bind and blind you. So yes, this is just removing those blindfolds and freeing yourself. Her chains are not even tied to anything, but yet she still got them on. So I want to ask the question, what happened to get us to this Eight of Swords? So give us more information about the Eight of Swords. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We got the Page of Cups and the Strength card. Page of Cups. You are experiencing an emotional situation, one that you probably don't have much experience with. You have the strength of your convictions and present an imperturbable face to the world outside. However, because of your lack of experience, you may feel a little apprehension under your confident mask. Be aware of assuming you know everything and ignoring advice. Emotions are surprising things. Even if you think you are prepared, realize that more than likely you haven't considered everything. Don't shun the advice of someone more experienced. The Page of Cups can indicate a message, usually pertaining to romance, a creative or artistic project, or an emotionally charged situation. So that's what I feel like is the emotionally charged situation. That's what's got you in this place, and you just don't feel like you're strong enough to handle it. So it's the lack of experience that has made you feel a little less confident in what you're trying to accomplish. Imposter syndrome. You're feeling a little bit of the imposter syndrome. Okay. So, what advice do you have to help overcome this anxiety and fear? What advice do you have? Okay. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles is you have been practicing something and are already quite good at it. So that's just kind of reminding you that you do know what you're doing. Your studies are beginning to manifest into actual completed projects. You are ready to present your work to the outside world. Perhaps it's time to consider something more complicated and challenging. Be aware of becoming careless. Although you do have skills, you lack experience that allows one to perform almost mindlessly. Also, be careful of stagnation. Once you master this level, continue to challenge yourself and don't become lazy. So that was just a reminder that you have already been doing very well with what you're trying to accomplish. And then we've got the King of Pentacles, which is the most comfortable king out of them. So you enjoy the finer things in life and are willing to work hard for them. Although you want the best, you don't expect it to be handed to you. At this point, you have worked hard and long. You've wielded your authority and talent wisely. You would like to set down responsibility, if even just for a while, and indulge yourself in the good things that life has to offer. Be aware of becoming lazy or dependent on material possessions. Your love of luxury could overcome your practical nature and lead to debt. Although you may be seduced by the good life, you'll find that it alone cannot satisfy you. Okay, and then the Five of Swords is about unfair advantage. So, you are at the end of a battle. Are you the winner or the loser? In either case, what was lost and what was won? Was it worth it? What have you learned from the experience? Be aware of seeing battle as the only or the easiest way to solve disputes. The costs are high on both sides. Perhaps a more conciliatory approach would serve everyone better in the long run. So just being careful about how you choose to interact when there is conflict that arises. Just, using your logic, your wisdom, but also pulling in some empathy and compassion to help make sure that it doesn't feel like anyone's taking advantage of you or that you're taking advantage of them, that it's an equal, balanced relationship, equal give and take, back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, but we are going to continue on in the extended. I'll ask more questions to go a lot deeper with this. The only card I see, the only sign that I see that came out was the Leo card, but I will pull some more cards for the Leo if you are dealing with another Leo. And in the extended, I'm going to pull this reading bigger so that it'll pull in about your relationship and give you just more detail, more information, and go deeper into this story that we've already been building. So that link is going to be in the description below. I also have a subscription that you can get, and that's down in the description box too. So that gives you access to all of the extendeds. So you can just choose whichever one works best for you. And if you have not already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. Click the bell to get notifications. you could like this video. That helps more people be able to see it. It helps the algorithm start pushing it out. And if you know anybody that would benefit from this, please share this with them. All right, so if you'd like to keep going, like I said, links below, and I will see you there. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.